What's up, guys? Well, back to our video, and with Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness being one of the most highly anticipated MCU movies after Spider-Man No Way Home, we have Patrick Stewart, Professor X himself, coming out and confirming his involvement in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, even though back in the trailer we heard his voice when we saw Doctor Strange being taken into the Illuminati, and we heard Patrick Stewart's voice back in the trailer that I completely freaked everyone out and got people excited about Professor X returning in Multiverse of Madness. But in an interview with Jake Hamilton on the YouTube channel of Jake's Takes, Patrick Stewart's Professor X literally came out and confirmed his involvement in Multiverse of Madness in the interview as well. So in this video, I'm going to go over exactly what Patrick Stewart's Professor X said in an interview, how it's going to be involved in Multiverse of Madness, and like from what else would we expect from Professor X in Multiverse of Madness as we're heading into the most highly anticipated MCU movie, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, after Spider-Man No Way Home, and plus with all the X-Men and the Illuminati and with the cameos and variants as well. So let's get into it. And now with Patrick Stewart's Professor X in an interview with Jake's Takes, he said this.
Commercial comes on for a Marvel movie in which someone kind of sounds like you. How quickly does your phone go off? And is there any part of you that thinks, I really just want to watch the game. I wasn't prepared for this.
Well, I had my phone turned off as it happened, and so I didn't hear anything. It wasn't until the next morning when I woke up and looked at my phone and found that I had been bombarded with responses, and that my PR people had sent me reactions that they had detailed and passed on to me. And I actually didn't recognize my own voice. It sounded different. Whether I had a cold or something at the time, I don't know. But I was astonished. And all they saw was the back of my shoulder and I think my earlobe, nothing else, that there would have been so many connections made. But it pleased me.
And now with Patrick Stewart himself saying all this in an interview with Jake's Takes, we can assume that he is going to be involved in Multiverse of Madness, even though we heard his voice in the trailer for Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness, so we haven't heard it from Patrick Stewart himself. And now this is a complete 100% confirmation that Patrick Stewart's Professor X is going to be involved in Multiverse of Madness, as he's going to be part of the Illuminati as well. And with him saying this like he had a cold, or like they saw the back of his shoulder, or like his earlobe. This is like a 100% confirmation that he's going to be in the movie as well. And now from what we can expect in it, because with Multiverse of Madness, anything they haven't, that's why it's named Multiverse of Madness. With that, like anyone or anything can like come through, and Doctor Strange has opened the doorway between many universes, and we could be seeing like cameos and variants as well. And with Doctor Strange the Multiverse of Madness being like a huge movie, and with Patrick Stewart Professor X literally like just like coming out and confirming his involvement in this movie, we can assume that if he was under an NDA or something, or probably he broke it, but because I'll remember back for the Spider-Man No Way Home promotion, we had like Lily Andrew Garfield back in every interview denying his involvement in No Way Home, but when the movie did come out, like boom, like Andrew Garfield was in No Way Home. And now with Professor X's like Patrick Stewart literally coming out and confirming his involvement in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, I mean, we already know he's going to be confirmed, but we haven't heard it from Patrick Stewart himself, as he's going to be in it. And also with Patrick Stewart coming out and literally confirming his involvement in Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness, we can only assume that with Patrick Stewart, that I signed an NDA, meaning that he cannot talk about his involvement as Professor X in Multiverse of Madness until the movie comes out, or like if Disney and Marvel Studios like gave him the go to do so. But we all know like how this works with the actors and stuff, and they have to sign NDAs, meaning that they're gonna talk about which role they're gonna be involved with in a film, especially if it's a big one like this, until the movie comes out. But with Patrick Stewart coming out and confirming like with his voice in the second Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness trailer, we're gonna only assume that if there was like a voiceover or something like imitating his voice, I mean there's like so many evidence. I mean we all know that like Patrick Stewart's Professor X was gonna be in Multiverse of Madness anyway. Like can't wait to see that unfold with it being like such a huge movie as well, and within literally like confirming it. And yeah, and with Multiverse of Madness being one of the most, possibly the most biggest movies of all time, the most highly anticipated movie of all time, after Spider-Man No Way Home, we can only assume that Multiverse of Madness is going to get bigger and bigger as we get closer and closer to the film's releasing. And of course, I'm going to be talking about Multiverse of Madness more and more up until the films release it as well. But and I'm so glad that we got to see Patrick Stewart's Professor X and Multiverse of Madness, you know, being involved with the Multiversal Illuminati as well, and with, you know, the Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch, you know, being there as well. So I can't wait to experience Multiverse of Madness with you guys. And plus, with this movie, it's only gonna get more crazier as we get more and more into it. And like, yeah, I can't wait to experience it all with you guys. And I'm excited to see Patrick Stewart's Professor X in Multiverse of Madness, even though it was confirmed by Patrick Stewart himself in that interview. So that's gonna be it for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and how excited are you for Multiverse of Madness, and also how excited are you that that Patrick Stewart's Professor X literally confirmed his involvement in Multiverse of Madness, even though we saw him in the trailer. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe and turn on the notification bell for future videos. And you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter for live updates. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.